Hi, welcome back to the 5-4. I hope you had a good day, or I hope you are going to have a good day, whichever one applies to you. And if you didn't have a good day, I really hope your day becomes better or tomorrow treats you better. Yeah, so I've actually recorded this video already, but turns out my storage was full, so I had to shoot it again. Yeah, sad realities. But yeah, so the other day, on Instagram, which is weird because I rarely use Instagram. I just started using it recently, but I saw a video of a Christian video, and the guy was talking about how when a Christian says they are depressed or sad, people automatically start to say, well, that's because you don't pray enough, that's because you don't study enough, and he shut them up basically and was telling the person that talked to me. That's basically what the video is trying to say. That wasn't exactly how it happened. But yeah, that is one thing I'm going to talk about today. Yeah, because it is very easy for us as Christians to easily tell someone that is feeling sad or that is feeling bad, is feeling sad, depressed, down, or whatever it is, that, oh, it is because you don't pray enough, oh, it is because you don't study enough, oh, it is because you are not spiritual enough. I mean, it is very easy for us to say those things, and is prayer the right approach to everything? Yes, in good times and in bad times, in beautiful times and in ugly times. What we are meant to always do is to pray. The first thing we are meant to do is to pray. But sometimes, us telling people that the reason why they are sad is because they don't pray enough or because they're not spiritual enough. Sometimes this could be as a result of us not wanting to be responsible for the emotional stability of the people around us. Sometimes it might be as a result of us not wanting to be emotionally responsible for somebody or for us, or us just trying to chalk it up to spirituality. Because let's face the honest truth, and I believe we all forget this thing. I feel sometimes some Christians forget these things, that we are humans. That I am a human, you are a human, everybody is a human. I even talked about something like this last week, But we are all humans, but you, but me, but everybody. We are all human, so we are all subject to these same emotions. So we are still subject. We are still under the influence. We can still be affected by these said emotions, by whatever emotions they are: sadness, grief, depression, every single emotions. We can still be affected by them. We are not subject to them, but we can still be influenced by them. And sometimes we as believers, we forget that we can still fall on these emotions, can still affect us. We forget that these emotions can still have great impact on us. And then when somebody says that, oh, I'm feeling a bit depressed today, or oh, I'm feeling a bit sad today, we're like, oh, it's because you haven't prayed today, or oh, it's because you haven't read your Bible today. And sometimes it's this true, yes. Sometimes we are feeling down because we just haven't prayed, But sometimes, is this the case? No. Sometimes we just need somebody to talk to. And sometimes we have prayed about these emotions that we are going through. We have prayed about this sadness, about this feeling of what I call it, about this overwhelming feeling. We have prayed about it. We have prayed about it multiple times, and it still doesn't want to go away. Sometimes what you actually just need is just to talk to a friend, talk to a fellow brother, a fellow sister in the faith. Just to talk to somebody in the faith and to help us and to encourage us. And to just let us just vent to this person. And sometimes even us that are going through the emotions, sometimes we forget we can't do that because we're like, I'm a Christian, why should I be feeling these emotions? I am a Christian, I should always be joyous. I'm a Christian, I should always be happy. But that really isn't biblical. That because of you're a Christian, you would always be happy. Because of you're a Christian, you would always go through hard times. I mean, look at Jesus, the perfect example of what we should be as Christians. The perfect being. He cried. he wept. He felt sad. Yeah, he felt grief. He felt these emotions. Yeah, and he is Jesus. So if Jesus can be sad, if Jesus can cry, if Jesus can feel bad, who are you? Who are you not to feel bad? Who are you not to feel sad? Yeah, and we just need to realize that it is okay to feel sad. It is okay to feel bad. Yeah, but we have to talk to people about it. We don't have to stuff it all in. We don't have to keep it all in and just pretend like we are okay. It is okay to feel sad. It is okay to feel bad. Yeah, these times will come, these things will happen. You will feel bad sometimes, you will feel sad sometimes. And it is okay. It is completely okay to be sad. It is completely okay to feel bad. It is completely okay to feel those emotions. But it is not okay to now dwell in them. Yeah. Talk to someone around you. Talk to your friends. Talk to God. Talk to your pastors. Talk to people in your church. Talk to people you trust, of course, yeah. Because in as much as everybody is a Christian, in as much as everybody is in the church, yeah, it is not everybody you should trust with sensitive emotions, with sensitive information. Yeah, and sometimes this one too also affects us when we fall into a sin that we've been trying to get out of, or when we fall back into a sin we have gotten out of completely, yeah, and then we start to feel bad again, and we start to feel sad again, and we start to feel like we are not worthy, and we start to feel that we are less of a person because we just fell back into this sin. Yeah, and the honest truth is that nobody cares. It's like nobody cares about how you feel. It's that nobody cares that you fell. The only person that really matters if he cares or not doesn't care. Christ. Yeah. You fell back into sin. Okay. So what? As far as you come back to Christ, as far as you come back to Christ, come back into his love, there is really no problem. Let's take a look at the prodigal son. Yeah. When he left his father and everything. When he was coming back, he was having thoughts that are similar to what we have now these days as Christians. Yeah, that what his thoughts was, I can go back to my father's house and he doesn't even have to forgive me. Yeah, I can just work as a slave in his house. Yeah, because I am not worthy enough to be his son. All this kind of thoughts. He was degrading himself and all those talks. And that's the same thing that happens to us as Christians. We fall and we are like, we don't deserve the love of God. We don't deserve this, or we don't deserve that. We are less, yeah. All those rubbish talk, which is rubbish talk because it is the devil that is poisoning our mind with those talks, with those words. Yeah. Now, should we feel bad about them? Yes. Should we feel convicted about them? Yes. But we should not feel condemned by them. Yeah. Condemnation comes from the devil. Condemnation comes from the devil. Yeah. Every time we fall into sin, every time we never fall into sin, every time we do something wrong, yeah, if it is a voice of condemnation, it is for sure not from God, because Christ doesn't condemn. He doesn't condemn people. Yeah, it is not his ways. If it's the voice of condemnation, it comes from God. Yeah, it comes from the devil. Sorry, if it's a voice of condemnation, it comes from the devil. Yeah. The only thing Christ will do is he will tell you what you did is wrong, and he will convict you on the spot, but he would never condemn you. Yeah, going back to the story of the prodigal son, all the thoughts he had once he came back to his father didn't have any thought about that. The only thing the father saw and the only thing the father was happy about is that his son that was lost came back to him. And that is the only thing that matters with us as Christians, yeah. Because once again, we are still human. Yeah. So we would still be tempted. Yeah, and sometimes we will fall. Now, does this give us a gateway to continue sinning and continue falling? No, of course not. That would just be dumb because you have died to sin, so how would you continue to be living in sin? Yeah, but sometimes you will fall. Sometimes you will fall, yeah, and it is okay. You are not condemned. You are not destined for hell. Yeah, as long as you come back to Christ, you come back into his love. Yeah. Because look at it. Christ, again, the perfect example. God in human flesh, yeah, was tempted. So if Christ, in all his glory and all his mercy and all his splendor, could be tempted, who are you not to be tempted? You will be tempted. That one is a given. It is for sure. You will be tempted multiple times. You will be tempted. Yeah. Even Christ, I'm sure he was tempted more than 3 times, but only 3 times that was recorded. Yeah. But you will be tempted multiple times, and sometimes you will fall. Yeah. But the thing is, if Christ can overcome these temptations, so can you. Yeah. And the key to overcoming these temptations is not relying on your own flesh. Because if you look at it, every time in the Bible, every time there was talks about overcoming the flesh, overcoming temptations, it was never a thing of your own strength. It was always a thing of relying on the Lord. Yeah. Walk in the Spirit and you would not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Walk in the Spirit. Walk with Christ and you would not fulfill the lust of the flesh. He did not say trust your flesh and do the 7 things to keep you away from committing this particular sin. No, it says walk in the Spirit. Yeah, now, do those things help? Yes. Do those setting up boundaries and all those things, do they help? Yes. But the main thing is relying on Christ to get you out of these temptations. Yeah. And even when it says that Christ would not let us be tempted by something we cannot handle, right after that it says because he would show us a path that would lead out of the temptation. Yeah. He knows that we can handle it and he would still help us to find a path to get out of our temptations. Yeah. So remember, you are human. It is okay to feel emotions. It is okay to feel bad emotions sometimes. Yeah. And it is okay to talk to people about it. You are not less of a Christian because of you are feeling sad. You are not less of a Christian because of you are feeling unhappy. Those emotions will come. Yeah, and when you fall into sin, you can always go back to Christ every single time because he would always love you. You are the only one that is thinking about the sin that you have committed. You are the only person that is worried about the sin you have committed. Christ is still always there to love you, and as long as you come back to him, he would always help you to fight against the temptations that you are struggling with. And with that, I would see you again next week. Peace.